the worst van life of TikTok. Wait, the worst van life families on TikTok.
Kids sleeping on the floor, pets held in tiny cages, and this entire bathroom for a family of 5. Add some teenagers who can't fit, children calling.
Dude, a family of 5 in a van, 1 bathroom. I would, that would be the kicker for me. You know, if let alone you having to sleep in a square footage space that's the size of a Kia. But also, 5 people to 1 bathroom. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's not even a bathroom. I've been zoned out. Dude, it's just a hole with a cloth over it. Oh my god. Yo, that's such a bad spot for the curtain too. Like if you're taking a dump, that's just hitting you in the face.
For a family of 5. Add some
What are they taking, sponge baths?
teenagers who can't fit, children calling their beds coffins, and you're still just scratching the surface of the worst van life TikTokers. Take for example Red, White, and Bethune.
Okay, if you have like an RV, I think that's different. Like if your family lived in an RV, is that no? Because that's like a house. You know, there's a kitchen and a living room and a bedroom. It's like a full, you know, there's amenities. You're not living in a van that you drilled a hole in the floor of the fucking car for, so when you're driving, your kid can take a
7.4 million views.
Oh my god, dude, sleeping in that.
By showing how terribly unspacious their kids' beds were. This should be illegal. Those kids are gonna suffer in that space, man. To make
Not even that it's not wide enough. You ever jump in your sleep when you're like fucking you're like about to pass out. You're like half asleep to where, you know, you're cognizant if somebody said your name, but you're also like low-key dreaming, and then you fall and you go wham and you jolt up, just smacking the shit out of your fucking head.
Beds were. This should be illegal. Those kids are gonna suffer in that space, man. To make matters worse, the beds had rock climbing holds instead of a ladder, which their daughter almost fell from whilst trying to show they were easy to use.
So Molly's gonna demonstrate getting in the bunk and show you just how easy it is.
How will they get down in the middle of the night when it's dark and they want to use the restroom urgently? What if they fall and hit their head? These so-called bunk beds were actually just shelves, yet the family still defended them as being spacious. At the same time, get this, the parents have a king-size bed.
Oh my god! No, is this an RV? Bro, why don't they split that room in half and then make it like multiple full beds? Yo, if they had like a twin or they were sleeping on like a full, that'd be different. They got a goddamn California king sitting there. You could starfish laying horizontally.
The reason why we put a king-size bed in our bus is because it's our lounging area.
As well as a massive desk for editing TikToks, forcing the kids to do their schoolwork.
You need a whole ass fucking workstation to edit a fucking TikTok, bitch. That's how I edit a TikTok. And then it's done.
On a tiny kitchen table. If they don't help out with the van, the kids are punished publicly.
Last night, Molly chose not to do her chores. And if our kids don't do their chores, they have consequences.
Which the parents still defended even after heavy criticism.
Yes, our kids have consequences. Yes, if they don't do the chores, they're gonna have to pay. And to the trolls, keep on.
Bro, did y'all have like scheduled chores though? When you were a kid, my scenario was just like if I ask you to do something, that's when you do it. You know, like I didn't have like every day I have to wash the dishes. It was like go get the trash, take out all the trash. Okay, you know, some shit like that. Help me fucking wipe the windows. It wasn't like a scheduled thing. I didn't have a list.
See you guys on your For You page.
But wait, it still gets worse. Everything we've shown so far is in this bus here, yet they also have a van to take on holidays,
No, they sleep in that on holiday.
which has
5 people.
even less space than the bus.
Dude, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, they all sleep in that? No way 5 people fit in that fucking van.
Us.
Come take a peek inside and see what we've done.
The van doesn't have a bed for everyone, meaning one of the kids sleeps on this leather chair. Maybe there'd be a bit more space if they didn't own 4 massive dogs.
Why do you have so many fucking dogs? The Chihuahuas, whatever. Why do you have this fucking big-ass poodle mix?
Which are shoved in a tiny cage below the bed.
What?
Yet they still have more space than the toilet. It's covered by nothing but a thin fabric sheet and sits right in the middle.
I'd go on protest, bro. I'd start smearing my shit on the walls. I'd take a dump right in the middle of the van. It'd be like we were playing Clue.
Instead of living in the first van, they're blessed with a trip in an even smaller one. Family of Nomads doesn't have this problem. In fact, they first went viral for
Ooh! 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 Yo, I would... See, that's a van life. That's a van life. That is a fat-ass couch. That couch is 30 feet long.
They first went viral for how much space they had.
God damn.
Leading to comments such as, I don't understand why y'all don't just buy an apartment.
Yeah, that's probably expensive as fuck to live in that
It's
RV.
way cheaper than this. People came to their defense stating, there is literally no reason to be mad at this, except for maybe how their kids were living. They'd show their room in this TikTok, with the most
How they got some boof-ass room when their living room looks like that?
notable part being that their eldest Addison was a 15-year-old teenager. You should ask your daughter how she feels that she has no privacy.
She has to fucking sleep in the same room as 3 of her siblings.
Because I'm sure she wants her privacy. Addison hates you. Just because this RV is nice and there's room for their clothes, it's no way to live. I'm
just thinking, if they got the bread to spend on yo, RVs are not cheap. Like, that RV is probably like over $1 million. Like, they could live in a nice-ass house.
sure the teenager would love to have privacy. Get her a curtain or something. Well, the family did exactly this.
We did install these curtains over each of their bunks so they have a little bit of privacy.
But it was still just one of many other problems. The kids were in a homeschool program, yet it's
No. I don't hate homeschooling, but it's how the parent does the homeschooling. Like, whether or not they actually give a fuck is the big thing. Because a lot of kids go, I just want to be homeschooled, right? Because they don't want to fucking go to class. And then they end up just cheating on everything and half-assing their work. Or if they, like, pursue, like, athletics or something. But if they're actually, like, homeschooled and learning everything, it's whatever. I just think if you were ever to homeschool a kid, you should put them in extracurriculars. Like, put them in, like, a club soccer league or fucking whatever outside shit they want to do. Because if you homeschool your kid and they don't do anything outside of homeschool, they will have no friends, no life, and be obscenely antisocial when they grow up.
It seemed most of their education was just walking through national parks where the parents thought they'd learn
And
about
then that fucks you up for careers, too. Like, if you're going... I mean, obviously, somebody that would be obscenely antisocial would probably not go to, like, a business degree. But say you want to do something where you have to do meetings, or you sit in a cubicle, or talk to coworkers. Like, fuck, dude. That you'd be, like, cripplingly antisocial.
life.
Our lives are one gigantic field trip, and so a lot of what the kids do is by learning.
Oh my god, it's like the Magic School Bus. Do you think they ever go to, like, any, like, cool adventures?
Program, and it's incredibly educational. They're learning history from visiting different places around the country.
Please let this be a normal field trip. Yo, that's hilarious. Nah, Ty God type that shit. I hope this one's a normal field trip.
Exploring, they do a traditional homeschool curriculum, and then the days that we're exploring, we still count those as school as well.
So they just learn US history? Lol, when they go to college, they'll be in for a shock. Oof, that's scary.
They go on a field trip. They give them points and shit when they just go to the Grand Canyon for their history class.
There's a reason schools aren't one giant field trip, and this is a very good point. Schools are for more than simply learning subjects. They help build social circles and prepare kids for a disciplined way of life, both of which are neglected when strolling around the country.
It prepares you to do shit that you fucking hate. That's what high school prepares you for. Yes, you learn a lot of subjects, but high school gets you to fucking suck it up and get work done that you deem as pointless. Because that will likely be half of the shit you do when you're 35, right? Like, I'm just now getting to the tip of the iceberg of having to deal with adult shit, right? Like, I just turned 22. I'm just now having to be, like, you know, locking it in. And it sucks. But it's also rewarding. But if you weren't able to get through, like, if you never did any of that, you would be in shock when you get to the stage of life where you actually have to fucking do shit.
The rat cage that stunk out the van.
We live in a camper and our 3 kids have 3 pet rats, and I would be absolutely lying to you if I said that it does not smell bad. Usually it's the kids' job to clean the rat cage, but about once every month.
Why do you have rats? Like, I see those shits at PetSmart, and I'm like, why? What? I would own a mouse. A rat? Like, okay, maybe they're like one of those like pet rats that's not like a New York City rat, but like I don't think I'd ever buy a rat.
They're 2, my husband and I will clean it, and it just gets really gross.
As well as collecting firewood, as seen in Addison's day in the life. Yet people were still
Bro, they're collecting fucking twigs off the ground. That ain't no damn firewood.
at 16. Yet the mother went on to state, I honestly don't know a single unhappy RV kid. She'd even post the following TikTok to try and convince the audience.
A lot of people ask us if the kids actually enjoy traveling full time and living in the camper, and I will have to say that while we were at the RV show in Tampa this week, Grace and Addison both went around and looked at campers because their plan is when they move out, they want to live in a camper together and travel the country.
Until another video told it.
And how are they gonna make money? How are they gonna... Somebody said they're gonna move out when they're 18. With what? With what? Dog, moving out at 18 is not feasible in 2024 in the United States. You're not just an adult thrown out into the world. Dog, you have no money. You have no money. You don't know how taxes work. You don't know what you have to pay for. You don't understand anything. I don't understand half of that shit. It's been fucking 4 years. And you're just gonna get, go buy an RV. Understand the insurance. Hey, how are you gonna make money for this fucker? Because it probably gets 5 miles per gallon.
Back in treatment and won't be in our content during this time. To protect Addison during this time, we would like to ask for privacy on this matter.
Perhaps the daughter was unhappy for a totally different reason, yet there was still more evidence that she despised the van.
For Addison's 15th birthday, the only thing they wanted was to go to a hotel.
The video has since been deleted, although
The only thing they wanted...
after arriving at their hotel, twice Addison mentions liking doors in the video, a hint at them having less privacy in the camper. With conflicting messages about Addison's happiness, people commented, I can't wait for this gen of van kids to grow up and share their thoughts with the world, although this had happened much sooner than expected. On the r/offmychest subreddit, an anonymous account made the following post. I'm a teen in a full-time RV living vlogging family, and I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate being homeschooled. I hate not being able to maintain a social life. I hate having so little privacy. I hate having to pretend to be happy with this. We travel full time. I know, it sounds like a dream. I thought so too, but it's an effing nightmare. I just want a private, normal life, but no.
Well, you can't have... Dude, traveling is like... I feel like traveling the world is something you should do when you already have like a found set base of friends. Like, that's why people travel when they're like 25, 26. Because it's like you have a bit of spending money and you have like, you know, people that you're gonna know. But if you've never made foundational friendships and you start road tripping at the age of 6, you're never gonna make friends. Because anybody you talk to, you're just gonna immediately never see again.
Had to ruin it with their crunchy way of parenting. It's all fake, by the way. Not what I meant when I said I wanted to take up acting. I'm frustrated all the time, I'm tired all the time, I'm bored all the time. Please stop supporting these
What about in retirement? People, you shouldn't wait to travel the world till you're retired because you're probably going to be too old and not want to. Some people do, but if you're like 65, you're not going to be like, let's go to fucking Switzerland. I mean, you might, but the majority of people that want to see the world also want to do the activities in that world. You're not going to be like, let's go to Costa Rica. You'd be like, dude, grandpa, you're 75. You want to fucking go to Costa Rica?
Ruined my life and I can't say anything about it. In comments, the poster clarified, I'm between 15 and 17 years old, and they were the oldest of 3 siblings, hinting it was Addison from Family of Nomads.
Okay, the only other thing that I want to say is, I mean, I realistically it's not, because it's like, who the fuck would write this long of a message? But knowing the family's been on TikTok for years, couldn't this just be somebody posing as them because people are already saying the kid hates it? Like, it might just be somebody acting like them. Odds are, probably not. Probably is actually them, but I mean, realistically, it's not definitively them.
Who the poster was has never been confirmed, yet only a couple of months later, the family announced they were instead buying a house. Family of Nomads recently quit van life. Their kids seemed the happiest they'd ever been, while the parents were in tears as the RV was stored away. The eldest daughter has since vanished from the videos.
Tears. I mean, that'd be like crying when you're moving. Do people cry when they move? I mean, maybe if you're attached to that house for your whole life, but a fucking RV? I'd be like, dude, get me the fuck out of that thing. Get me in a house. Normally you should, I don't know. Because, like, I feel like you should be excited to move to a new house. But I would understand, you miss into memories or whatever of that old house.
Summarizing what van life's like for kids. RV kid here. Let me tell you, RV is hell for children. I've been living in a camper with my 3 brothers and parents, and these past 2 years have been an absolute detriment to my mental health. Yes, it's an amazing opportunity I've been given to have seen all the places that I have, but I can't recall a single positive experience anywhere I've been. I receive little to no education, and I'm scared I won't be able to pass my GED.
Wow.
I'll probably be repeating high school once I turn 18.
Yeah, most people like 0 to 5.
The Happy Caravan, however, clearly ignored this.
Family of 13? No way they fit in one fucking RV, dude.
Warning. They began by documenting their life as a family of 12 and were mostly liked by the audience until revealing they lived in a tiny apartment. Is that legal? Having so many in a 2-bedroom? Why would you
13 people in a 2-bedroom apartment? Holy shit, dude.
make the choice to have a family of 12 but not be able to provide them?
Dude, on God. On God, though. Like, if you want to pop out fucking 15 children, your life. But you better be rich. Like, you should have you should have a lot of money. And even on top of that, when do you stop? Somebody having 2, 3, 4, hell, 5 kids. Okay, when that I get that. I would never really want to have more than 2 or 3, but at the end of the day, if you want to have 5 kids, have 5 kids. When you have past 10 children, when do you go, all right, this is the last one? Like, what's the cutoff mark? Like, when you can't have children anymore? Or are you just, like, stopping at 26 and going, I think that's enough, We could have a whole football team.
Them sufficient room/space, although their holiday setup was somehow even worse. They'd fit the entire family into one single Airstream, gaining 12 million views
When they hit menopause? Yeah, I think that'd be a little too late.
Showing how they slept. The 3 daughters were on a table converted to a bed, while another 2 slept below their brother, who was sleeping in a bunk. A different brother slept on the couch, the baby in its cot, and of course the 2 parents had their own massive bed.
I don't want to say the parents are fucking stupid, but people get bigger as they get older, and they cost more money because they eat more, they need more things, and they do more. What are they gonna do in like 5 years when all of their kids are in high school or some shit, or half of them are in high school? I mean, because they have 12 kids, so the oldest one's probably 12 years older than the youngest one, unless somehow they're fucking popping out triplets and then immediately cranking another one in the old oven. But anyways, what are they gonna do when what are they going to do when they can't fit in the fucking bed? and they're still in a 2-bedroom apartment with 12 people.
So what about the last 2 kids? Well, they got to sleep directly on the hardwood, described as
Oh my god.
not perfect, but more comfy than a tent.
More comfy than a tent? That's what we're going with? Yo, he's sleeping on the fucking floor. This kid is Did he even have a blanket, bro? He got a pillow and a blanket. And he ain't even laying on one. He just got the floor and a blanket on top of him.
Perfect, but more comfy than a tent. You have 2 kids sleeping on the floor just for vacation and we mix it up. In our YouTube video, Dad is on the floor, which by doing some digging was seemingly true. Hilariously, after being criticized, the parents magically found a
Did they get him a pool floaty to sleep on? Dude, what is that?
being criticized, the parents magically found Enoch a blow-up mat in the closet.
Oh my god, okay, it's a blow-up mat.
But for the most part, the family isn't all that bad, especially compared to wild family life. They've
Dude,
been
how are they getting worse?
called the most hated van life family on TikTok, mainly for their bizarre family dynamic. The page is run by mother Nadine, who lives in a van with her 3 kids, along with both her ex-husband and her new boyfriend, who she refers to as a homeless junkie she met on the streets. According to her TikToks, they're not polygamous but live together in harmony, being able to do so because they have the biggest front yard. The criticism, however, always extends to the kids. They call their education
Wait, what? So she has 3 kids. She's not with her husband anymore, but he still lives with her, and she's dating a homeless guy.
program, homeschooling, world schooling, travel schooling, adding they help whenever necessary, but they don't follow any official program.
Technically, I don't follow any curriculum, but we have this app my kids learning with there.
We have this app. It's called ABC Mouse. It's called ABC Mouse. It's called CBS Kids.
Set their times each day. They do that by themselves. There's nothing I have to do.
Help them if needed explains everything. Doomed to fail. They'd respond to the hate with the world's most hippie message.
The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion.
Adding their kids are extremely satisfied with the life that they're living.
People think, oh, poor children, poor children. But trust me, my children, they wake up with a smile in their face. They go to bed with a smile in their face.
Yet it's perfect to finish with this comment here. When I was a child, I would have been very happy to eat nothing but candy and potato chips all day. But my mother did not let me because she knew better. It's a parent's job to do what's best for their children, not just what makes them happy.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. If you let a kid do whatever they want, they would probably die in like a day. They would probably just eat obscene amounts of candy, vomit everywhere, and then go somehow get like run over by a car.